What up, what up? It's Ace OG, back from the top, back in the video. So the title of this video is going to be Make Masculinity Great Again. I say again, for the folks in the back, they can't hear me. Make masculinity great again. So admin notes, thanks again, y'all. Subscribe to the channel. I endeavor to keep pushing the video out. Give you leverage. You better yourselves. I'm excited about this topic. I ain't gonna front. So let's get into it. So, make masculinity great again. Now, actually, I was going to hold off on this topic and talk about it after Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving early to folks that's watching this video in real time. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving of 2024. So I've been actually downstairs all day, helping my wife out with the cooking and the cleaning, washing dishes, all these other things or whatever. And washing dishes is not a situation to where I'm not masculine. All I'm doing is helping my wife. There's a big difference, right? You know, because I know some guys would be like, you know, I'm not gonna do a dish. Nah, I'm gonna help my wife out. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But that's one of the aspects of being masculine, right? It's not being in your feelings about I'm not supposed to wash a dish. I'm not supposed to sweep the floor. I'm not supposed to wipe something down. I'm not supposed to pick up after myself. That stuff I learned in the Army. You know what I'm saying? That's just normal stuff you're supposed to do for yourself, for self-maintenance. You know what I'm saying? It's just the aspect now because I'm married, been married for 20 years, that I'm actually able to, you know, to be able to use those tools to help my wife out. Nothing wrong with that. But, you know, get into some of these things that I'm going to talk about here. So there's been a emasculation of men campaign going on for a while now in America. Not exactly sure about other countries because honestly, I'm telling you, you want to see real masculinity, go to some of these other countries. I'm telling you, men and women, you know what I'm saying? Anybody watching this video right now, if you want to see real masculine men, go to some of these other countries. I'm not going to name some of these other countries because I know some of these other countries might be triggering to some folks, but I'm telling you. And it's not about, you know, being totally extremely dominant over a woman. You know, it's not about talking out of the side of your neck and calling women out of their name. Is not about that. You know what I'm saying? It's about literally being a man and taking care of business, standing on business, not being a beta male. That's what I'm talking about. And there's too many beta males running around here in America. Too many beta males. And I'm not even talking about the alphabet community. You know what I'm saying? I say alphabet community because I don't want to, because I know they've added some letters on to the LGBT. I don't, you know, I'm not exactly sure exactly how many letters are added on to it now. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get it confused because I have nothing against that community at all. I really don't. And when I say make masculinity great again, I'm not even talking about them. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that community is not necessarily in a masculine setting or a masculine vibe to a certain degree, right? I do understand there are some gay guys that are masculine and they don't. I want to be kind of politically correct here on YouTube because I know YouTube will flag some stuff or whatever I'm saying, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? There are some gay men that they don't receive, for lack of better words, right? You know what I'm saying? I totally get that. But this is not directed to them at all. This is directed to straight men that are beta, and you don't gotta be out here. There's a middle ground. You know what I'm saying? There are guys that are in, but they're not necessarily in between. But there are some guys that don't have to be beta. They're not beta, but they're not necessarily alpha. That make any sense, right? And I know for myself, I've never considered myself an alpha male. I will never call myself an alpha male. But this is facts. And you can ask my wife because I'm telling you something my wife told me. So my wife has always told me, and I'm not saying this, you know, this to talk bad about my wife at all, but she has told me numerous times that that I have I guess the arrogant personality to a certain degree. I don't see that in myself, really don't, and I'm not saying that's a part of masculinity. But you don't take stuff off of people either. You know what I'm saying? So I guess arrogance can be associated with that as well. And then I look back at some of the friends that I've had over the years, whether it be civilian friends, friends I had in the military. And I think she was right because most of the guys that I hung out with, that I was really best friends with, were a-holes. Like that's no joke. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like my personality sought after the guy that was the alpha male in the room, almost every single time. And my wife pointed this out to me years after we got married. I'm like, I'm not calling the guy's name, but I was like, he's not like that. And then I had to think about it later on in my old age. I'm like, you know what? She's right. Women have insight that men don't have. You know what I'm saying? Believe that. So, so when it comes to making masculinity great again, the emasculation of men in America is, to me, honestly, it's sickening. It really is. Because men can't be men anymore. Men can't do men can't do men's stuff. And men are not even taught to be men. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, and I'm not saying this to trigger men at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this because this is what I believe. This is my personal belief. Now, you can take it with a grain of salt. You can run with it. You can dismiss it. Doesn't matter to me. I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to be Ace. Point blank, bottom line. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing going to change me at all. Nothing. Nobody. So, once again, I got to say it again. And I said it before in the previous video. I don't believe in 50-50. I don't. Economy jacked up or what? I don't believe in 50-50 at all. The economy dictates that there are a lot of families out here that have to have the man and the woman contribute to the household in order to maintain the household and have a great house, a great income. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, you know what I'm saying, to live comfortably and actually be able to do things for your kids has to be 2 incomes. Totally get that. And believe me, when it comes to masculinity and when it comes to making money, if I were to take away all my extra income and I would just hold on just my income that I have now, tweaking some things and getting rid of some things, that income still could take care of myself, my wife, my 3 kids, and my mother-in-law. That's because I put in the work. That's because I actually have put in the work when it comes to education, when it comes to me making sure that I read books, that I make sure that I'm always learning something. That's part of being masculine. That's a part of being masculine. You know what I'm saying? You have to always be in learning phase because you always have to make sure you're on your toes. Your woman looks to you for answers. They look to you for guidance. Your kids too. You know what I'm saying? So if you're sitting around here not educating yourself and not reading books and not watching the news, all this, that's another thing. I've seen a whole bunch of Gen Xers, Gen Zers that don't watch the news. I'm like, what? What do you mean you don't watch the news? Like, we have to be abreast about these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's about a part of being masculine. So anyway, 50-50, I don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I do believe is making sure that the family's taken care of. So if your wife has to work, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But I think it should be always a goal for the husband to always make sure that he pushes himself to the point where he can actually take care of himself and his wife and his kids and anybody else. That's my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we are the providers. And there are a lot of beta males out here that will sit on their ass at the house and watch their woman go out and start and work and bring home the bacon. Y'all got life messed up, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how things supposed to go. That's not how things supposed to go, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. That's beta male stuff. That really is. You know what I'm saying? You may think you're the man of the house, but you ain't the man of the house because I'm telling you, your woman going out there working while you sitting home, even doing housework, you still not the man of the house. Because I'm telling you, when women get in the situation where they're making more bread than you, it's a problem. They may not think it's a problem and they may not say it's a problem, but it's a doggone problem. And it will be a problem eventually. I promise you it will. Every single time. Women and men are hardwired to be a certain way. That's just the way God made us. You know what I'm saying? There are some societal norms. There are some core values, core beliefs that have been passed down over centuries. But at the end of the day, when you look at the inside of yourself and you actually feel what it means to be masculine, when a woman looks in herself and feels what it feels like to be feminine, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of truths in that people don't want to accept. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like women, I think women really don't like to accept the fact they have to be a certain way in order to be feminine. But I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about men today. I'll get to y'all in a minute, you know what I'm saying? But, that's another thing. That's like I said, 50-50, I don't believe in that. Provide a security for your woman. You know what I'm saying? Making sure your woman feels secure. When I go out to a restaurant, I never have my back to the door. I always make sure my wife sits with her back to the door and I'm facing the door. I'm facing some type of entrance to make sure that if danger comes in, nothing's going to be able to harm her unless I get in front of it and I see it coming towards me. Now, I will say that is a military aspect of me, but I was doing it before I even joined the military. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. I don't have my back to the door with anything because that's being masculine. I want to make sure that if danger comes my way, I can see it. I don't want nobody to run up on me. No, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Walking down the street and I see guys walking on the inside of the sidewalk and the woman is walking on the outside with the traffic to her left or to her right. Now I do understand there are some situations where that might not be feasible for you to be on the other side, but I mean that should be that should be an instinct for guys to do. You know what I'm saying? I put this in another video as well. Like chivalry is dead, and it is because women have killed it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we still gotta be masculine. We still have to be in our masculinity. We just have to be. And emasculation of men is getting out of control. Women have been emasculating men. Society as a whole, we just can't be men anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna deep dive into this a little bit more in another video. This is a prelude to what I'm gonna get into. I'm telling you, make masculinity great again. That's gonna be one of the models. I might make a T-shirt of that. I ain't even gonna front. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sick and tired of seeing beta males around here running around, thinking they running stuff and they're not running anything but their mouth. No disrespect, you know what I'm saying? I give my respect to people all the time, you know what I'm saying? I'm not causing any beef. I'm just saying, like, as a guy, we need to be masculine. We cannot be. Anyways, drop some comments in the comment section below. Let me know what y'all think. If you want me to discuss the topic or something that benefits your channel, email me at acedog757@gmail.com. My email address is in the description below. Make masculinity great again. Say so, G, signing out. I'm gone.